Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. And the Mustangs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Oklahoma's offense takes the field. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about, the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. The Sooners will move the sticks with the first down.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Basic connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Mustangs offense will go to work for the first time today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much they'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
He finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Mustangs get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Looking to take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Durham. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to move the chains. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Well, that's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. 3rd down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, and picking up the first.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Takes the easy throw in the flat.
And a nice catch. Way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets it out fast. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
That's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Tackle is made after the 1st down.
That's a risky play call there, 4th and a couple of yards, and you turn around, you hand it to your running back, you say, my guy's a better athlete than any of yours on defense, and he's going to find a way to keep this drive going.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass catch.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Now it's 3rd and goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but it's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by 7 over Florida. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got it on the outside. It's Carroll. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Fires and picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Firing to the right, complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it back. And the returner goes down. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
He's going to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. And it's caught. Touchdown, SMU.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And it's been said, football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Split backs here. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. He has the first and still on his feet. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. He's got his man. Snowed under by the defense.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
Splits the uprights, it's good. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He'll come out throwing on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Plows through the defense. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Going up top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Mustangs will send out the punt unit. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Line is set on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man on the right. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
I just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
They go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
To the ground. He's got it again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Well, trailing late here in the fourth quarter, what an effort catching the ball in the middle of the field, knowing he's got to try to save as much clock as he can, and he's able to get himself out of bounds and do just that. That was incredible.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Looking to throw for it. And they will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Number 17. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls and throws off the RPO. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. To the air, it's Holstein. They're working that left side. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Looking to go up top on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Mustangs! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 13 over Florida. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Looking toward the sideline, and a nice job to keep his feet in bounds. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's taking a deep shot. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, in those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He'll try the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. On the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Quarterback checking off. Looking to move it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, you know, the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snags it down the right side. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
When you dream of these scenarios, you never think the touchdown comes with 28 seconds left. It's always 3, 2, 1, horn, gun, ball game, and they got it done.
And that is heartbreaking for the defense as well, guys. They needed one stop, one big stop at a critical juncture of the game. And I know for them moving forward, that's a play they're not going to soon forget.
No, in ways I could have executed a little bit better, but the offense ain't feeling that way. They're feeling really good about putting that drive together when it mattered most and getting the ball in the end zone.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.